marketing, entrepreneurship, and all things small business. You're listening to the Jurassic Marketing's Triceratops. Now, here's your host, Justin Miller.
We back. We're going to talk about something that was the basis for my marketing business originally.
Okay.
Like the entire thing was built upon follow-up and the power of follow-up campaigns.
Okay.
We were building follow-up funnels before funnels were cool.
Oh, you were Russell Branson or Brunson before he was Russell Brunson.
He butchered his
I call him
name.
Branson. What the hell's wrong with me?
Man.
I'm gonna get yelled at now.
Here comes the hate email.
I know. Here comes the hate.
Here it comes.
They love Russell.
Reminds me of like Letterman, the CBS mailbag.
No kidding.
You can probably find that theme song.
That's probably true.
Nope. This whole episode and a lot of businesses, including the origins of this one, are built around the premise that you don't have a lead problem, you got a follow-up problem. And my buddy Partiv Shah lives in this industry still. And Kennedy preaches it a ton. But most business owners have more leads than they actually need at the end of the day. They just fail to convert those leads. They just leak out of the bucket. They leak out of the funnel and don't produce anything. Which, as an agency that helps generate leads, poses a problem for us too. So if the leads are generated and they're not followed up on enough to close to a sale, did the ad work? Eventually, you're going to run out of money and you're going to say no. And as a buyer of advertising, I have the same problem. So it's okay. We generated the leads. Did we follow up with them enough? And what is enough? It depends. That's how I earned my MBA. It depends.
Wow.
Actually, I had a teacher that said you could tell if someone that went to grad school because they answer with "it depends."
There you go.
And you could tell if they did good or not based on if they could tell you what it depends on.
See, there we go. All right.
So we'll tell you what it depends on.
We're listening now.
We'll tell you what it depends on. But yeah, the core problem is people, they stop following up too soon. Or they forget to follow up. It's like in our organization, if the salesperson doesn't put it in their pipeline in the CRM, does it really exist?
Yeah.
Is it a lead if it's not in there as a lead?
Yeah.
Because what happens when they get distracted or run over by a bus or something like that? Or, more innocent sounding, they took no responses, meaning not interested.
That's probably the most typical.
It could mean not interested now. Or it could
True.
mean
Yeah.
I was busy.
Not ready just quite yet.
Or,
Yeah.
life happened. And on the
Got
scale
run
of...
over by a bus, sounds like, maybe.
Hey, we've had clients that were in a car wreck and they're in the hospital and
yeah.
we're following up. It happens.
I can see it.
So it's the old fortunes in the follow-up, right? And most sales happen way after the first contact. Way.
Yeah.
So people rarely buy immediately. There are exceptions. And some of the exceptions are because people do their homework online.
They're already ready. It's true. There's more of that now because you can do more homework. You can be more ready.
Yep. Which means there were more touch points. You were just not aware of them.
Yeah.
And this is more true of services that are higher dollar amount or a professional service type thing where it's way more trust-based. So I'm talking to you, to our attorneys, our financial advisors, our insurance people, something that's trust-based like that. To a similar but lesser extent, home services, depending upon price point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking more like proactive home services, like remodels and stuff like that, remodels additions. Anything to do with money or net worth or financial, of course. So here's what it looks like. They need an introduction, of course, but to build that trust, they need familiarity. They need, you gotta be at the right time. You gotta repeat over time. You gotta speak their language.
Yeah.
And you can't BS that. By the way, we talked about AI a lot recently. The AI, you can tell it that, and it can BS it and get the terms.
Yeah.
But it missed the human part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we'll get to the point, but we aren't right now where the AI knows your whole life.
True.
So if the AI knew the whole life, you could say, hey, draw upon my experience when I was between 6 and 8 years old, the story of something.
It's true.
It can't do that right now because it doesn't have the history on it. And it's going to be scary if and when it can.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, that's your reality of what makes you unique. So what's it look like? Someone may see an ad, visit the website, get on your list, ignore the follow-up emails from your CRM. They might get a postcard or a brochure in a mailing and put it in a drawer somewhere. They may hem and haw on it for months. And then out of the blue, to you, they finally respond. Because something changed in their world that it was relevant at that point that you had no control over. So now I'm looking at you like divorce attorneys. Like something had to change there. Our IRS resolution people listening. Hell, the IRS problem didn't happen overnight, but something changed to make it important right now. Maybe they got the latest notice in their hand, or maybe their passport got revoked, or any of those things that happen. But most business owners and marketers mistake not now for meaning the same as not interested. For a couple of different reasons. Laziness is sometimes number one. And number two is they felt rejected.
Yeah, I was going to say, people don't like to feel rejected.
I left them voicemails and they didn't call back.
They don't want my stuff.
That's possible they don't want your stuff, but you don't know that. And
Yeah.
if you lost all the ones that did in there too, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So we get that hate mail. It's so we get that cease and desist.
Take me off your list.
Yeah, put me on the do not call list.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, your first contact creates awareness, and that's all it does. After that, you're building trust. So why do we send at least 3 pieces of mail to someone? Because we're trying to build the trust, and the first one sometimes works, sometimes it's not the right time, and sometimes we just need some additional trust. So overall, though, people quit way too early, way too early. And in my world, what that looks like is, hey, we're gonna send a postcard and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna send, I translate that to, we're gonna spend the smallest amount of money and have the least impact possible to see the massive impact we have.
Okay.
Yeah. If you stop and look at it like that, it should change your thinking a little bit. Or I sent one email follow-up.
I don't know why they didn't get back to me.
Yeah, they requested the price. I gave them the price.
Yeah. You buy now, pay here.
Yeah, here's a link. If only it was that easy.
Yeah.
I wish small business was that
Yeah.
easy. Exceptions again, but good luck. One follow-up call is the more common one. Or even if you spoke with them, like you didn't get the voicemail somehow and you got through.
Yeah.
And they didn't tell you to pound sand, but you didn't want to call back again. That happens. Or they run one ad test. I saw in one of the Facebook groups I was in, which is like an aggressive sales-oriented Facebook group. And he's like asking for people to review his ad because he ran it for 2 days and spent like, I don't know, $5 or $10 a day. Like, you spent $20 and you need the outside world to review this for you already?
I mean, I don't know why it didn't work.
I mean, that might be enough, but probably not.
Yeah.
Certainly, it wasn't in front of the same people more than once.
True.
So repeat the exposure, build that familiarity, trust, that legitimacy again, make you legit.
Oh, too legit.
Not too legit, not just enough
Just legit enough.
Yeah.
We don't want to be over the top.
I'd be memorable.
Yeah. Without being annoying.
Right. You don't have to be annoying.
Well, there's a fine line, I suppose. I wonder if some salespeople don't follow up more because they don't know the difference between being persistent and being just an annoying ass.
Yeah. Well, look, in the being memorable part, by the way, I don't care if I annoy people that don't give me money. I have to remind the sales team of that quite a bit. I really don't care if I annoyed you if you weren't going to be a customer. I'd rather annoy you and get you off the list.
Great salespeople don't get their feelings hurt easily.
Well, yeah, some do, but they have to get over it. Or we had someone recently tell us at an event we were at, we didn't have the dinosaur one day. I know this is a flaw.
What? Isn't that like company policy?
But get this. The rep had mentioned that, and like, I probably wouldn't have walked up to your table if there was an inflatable dinosaur.
Really?
I'm like, you, sir, are at the wrong table.
Yeah, really. Please turn around and go to somewhere else.
Because we like to have a little bit of fun.
Huh.
Like, fun is not number one here, but it is a number. So yeah, be consistent, which can feel expensive in the marketing world. Stuff costs money.
Yeah.
But being inconsistent's way more expensive. And by the way, I'm just as guilty of this.
Yeah.
Like one of my marketing duties is sending a weekly email, not a daily email, a weekly. And if you're on my list, you know that there's weeks that doesn't come. I just assume you thought it went into spam that week, but probably
No, yours
probably it didn't
come
go
the
out.
most when you're traveling and you see something somewhere. Seems like those are the best emails. When
Yeah.
you're traveling, I'm like, oh, I'm going to get an email.
It's because I got time to work.
That's
on
right.
it.
You got time and you notice something that needs to be drawn attention to.
And I got a lot I could draw on right now too, so we better get those out. So you don't have to be annoying, but you do have to be persistent. If they get annoyed, but you're not being annoying, that's on them. Like I don't care about them. You know.
Okay.
What this can't feel like is it can't feel like desperation. You can't sell from desperation.
I really need
You can't sell from pressure.
Come on, I need this.
On the other end, you can't sell from being too passive. I'm just checking in.
Yeah, just following up.
Just checking in to see if anything changed since
Yeah.
last month.
Can I help you with anything? If not,
Or I'm being overly generic. That
hello.
clearly
sir.
you're saying the same thing to everyone you call.
Yeah. Be original. People like to engage with people that are personality.
Yeah, bring them something of value.
Yeah.
Give me a reminder something's coming up. We had someone recently, I was a guest on their podcast, and we were talking a little, we're not recording. And she had mentioned that in our emails, we were the first person to tell her about a change in USPS policy. Now, I don't want to be the source for USPS news, because
All things United States Postal.
but this one really mattered to her, and I was where she heard about it.
It added
from.
value.
So it was helpful.
Yeah.
Stay visible, build a relationship. We're at the end of the day, we can never beat someone up and do a sale. It just doesn't work. But we can be there and top of mind until they're ready to buy.
Yeah.
It makes sense to do so. So the problem becomes when that's all hustle.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know people that are all hustle. You need systems to fill the gap. And these are the systems I used to build. Please don't ask me to build them. I don't build them anymore. We don't do anything with digital or CRM for our clients. Of course, we are a user of these services. We are a consumer of them, as you should be, but we don't build them. So you need systems for email follow-up, phone follow-up. You need systems for retargeting ads. You need follow-up system for tasks for human beings where they're needed. All the touch points with ringless voicemail. Same system can trigger direct mail as well. But realize that the inboxes are more crowded than they've ever been, and the digital attention span is fleeting. The direct mail pieces in those funnels were often the difference maker. And ultimately, that's how we ended up being a direct mail company, is because we would build these complex multimedia, multi-channel follow-up campaigns. And the difference between company number one and company number two, they could all say the same thing in email. And we take the same message and also say it offline, and we would hit people that they couldn't hit online. They unsubscribe or ignore online very easily. Doesn't mean it's a no. It means they didn't want to hear from you via that media at that time. So direct mail helps you stay visible, gives you that trustworthy, and hopefully it's a little more memorable too. So again, what's this look like from a tactical tool standpoint? Monthly newsletters, referral letters. You can do educational postcards as well. You can be educational. It's just not the only piece I would do. You can do seasonal campaigns where appropriate. You can do random appreciation mailers, be it a thank you card or a gift. And yes, I think we're overdue for eating our own dog food here and sending some gifts. We used to be a lot better at it.
Dinosaur cookies. Have you ever tried that?
No, but I did almost buy a cookie printer.
Oh my gosh.
It's hard to get them through the mail without getting destroyed.
Yeah, but even if they're broken, they still taste good. I'm just telling you.
We could just buy the bakery's destroyed one.
See, there you go.
And put them in a bag.
Put them in a bag. That's their genius.
I don't know if we're going to do that one.
Just a suggestion.
Yeah. It might sit on their desk rather than getting eaten.
Well, that's true.
But it'll sit there longer than an email would. So consistency is key here. Recurring campaigns, systematized follow-up. And the direct mail really can be the quiet salesperson in between salesperson touch points. Actually, it can go so far as to make up for lazy sales team. I don't want to tell you to have a lazy sales team, or if you are the sales team, I don't want to tell you to over-rely on the media. But it certainly can fill that gap. So if you're spending money getting leads, You're following up once or twice and you're stopping and declaring those not interested, you're missing more than half of the sales. You're quitting too early. Yeah, get back in that game and do the grueling work. Fill in with the system to where you don't have to do it manually the whole time. But the businesses that win aren't always the better business. They don't always have the better product or service. And this should drive you nuts as a business owner. If you are losing sales to another business that you know provides an inferior product or service, and you're just losing it because they are better at marketing and better at being remembered, that is on you. You failed in the follow-up world. And I suggest you fix that immediately.
Yeah, it's a great point.
So look at your current leads. Say, hey, who did we have in the pipeline that we never heard from? Who ghosted us? Where are we dropping the ball and disappearing in the process? And this is a constant analysis, by the way. It's not something you do once and done. In fact, after we're done recording here, we're going to speak with one of our telemarketing contractors to say, hey, where's the ball being dropped? Is it up here on the front with you? Is it in follow-up with us? And then once we fix that step, it'll be a different step. But what would happen if you followed up for like 6 months instead of a couple of follow-up? In a lot of businesses, it changes the entire business. Literally. Thud. We need a thud sound effect.
Bam. That's like the dollar bills landed on your desk.
Is it? No, that doesn't even do anything. That's not a thud.
That's the sound of you enjoying the money you made because you followed up with it. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. So there you go. That has it. We'll be back with more. We'll go lighter hearted again next week.
I was going to say, it's summertime here. We were doing real light for a while, but then you got heavy.
We got to have some hard hitting stuff.
You got to have some education along with the fun. That's
and
true.
then we'll do it in the car and we'll go from there.
I'm working on that already.
Yeah. We'll see how that records.
I might need to borrow the car for a couple days to to get it all ready.
I'll make sure and govern the top speed.
Yeah. Why can't it go over 25 miles an hour?
Yeah. If you have topic suggestions you'd like to be a guest, reach out. We're very approachable. We're happy to have you on if you have anything of value to small business owners, entrepreneurs. Otherwise, continue enjoying your summer. We'll be back in your world next week.
Thanks for listening to the Triceratops podcast. Be sure to subscribe and leave your comments. For more information on how Jurassic Marketing Direct Mail can help grow your business, visit JurassicMarketing.com.